Welcome. First podcast from Esports TOPix. I got my boy TROM with me, Gravity.
What's up?
We're going to be going over a couple topics. We're going to be talking about things going on inside Esports. We're going to be talking about esports in general, certain streamers, competitive gaming, and probably taking a couple questions from some of our live stream that's going on right now. You can find that at twitch.tv/ixgravity or twitch.tv/TROM gaming. And yeah, man, where do we want to start, bud?
Let's start at the beginning of all of this, dude. Let's start at what is IX?
What is IX? Good question. Damn, had to ask that one right off the jump.
I mean, hey, it's TOPix, it's IX. Let's do it.
No, I love it. I love it. So the best way that I can describe what the initial vision of IX was, a lot of people know we came from other teams. A lot of us knew each other before we were on those teams, but through some falling out and some disloyal people, we all were brought together. And
disloyal people.
That's the best way I can word it. You already know. But yeah, so essentially IX was created kind of like, for me personally, as something that I felt like I owed to the people that were loyal to creating content, to building their own brands, to really stepping outside of their own comfort zone and doing something new that they've never done. So everybody literally that's here right now has something that they're doing, whether it be streaming or creating content for Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or logos, graphics, video effects. Literally what we're trying to do is just utilize everyone's skill sets. So by doing that, when someone does something that is worth being proud of, essentially, IX is the support system behind that individual. IX is a family, a movement, a group of supportive people that essentially look after each other. Exactly what you'd expect when you think of the word family. IX has no abbreviated meaning. It's a state of mind. It's an action. It's a movement. It's more of a verb than a noun, essentially, if that makes sense. Lots of people ask, what is IX? And really, IX is the people within IX. It is it's a collective is what it is. There's no words to explain it, and I think that that's what's one of the coolest things about IX.
I mean, I came into IX a little differently than a lot of the people who started with you. I've known you for years. I've known you. We started way back when we grinded Black Ops 4 heavily, and
heavily.
I was in that other team that we talked about that was some disloyalty and things happened, and we won't get into that.
We'll
that
just say piss poor management.
Yes. So, and then I kind of stepped away for a while, and you hit me up, and you were like, "Yo, we're starting IX. Let's get going with this." And it took me a little while to come in, but the whole thing with you saying that it's like a family, and we're building an organization, but we're not taking it a normal organization route. It's not about money. It's not about getting the best.
Absolutely.
Like, it's about creating a family, and it truly is that.
Money's great and all, but I'm a firm believer that money is only a tool to be used. Like, what you build interpersonally with someone is really what's more valuable, and I believe that in my day-to-day life too. So what better way than to kind of be able to incorporate that into our organization, to where really we self-police each other, we keep each other accountable, we inspire each other, we drive each other to do the next best thing. Like, hey, that's great that you're doing this, but you could do this. Like, it's even you, Trom, like you've begun streaming, your stream's taken off, you're hitting every goal and achievement that you can. I remember when you didn't want to stream, and I remember clear back to when I didn't want to stream, and it was really more of proof of concept for me. Find something that I like and pursue it and see if it develops, and thank God that it did. Because for me, gaming does something that nothing else does. Gaming contains my ADD and allows me to be free. Like, I can focus on one task at a time, and maybe it's just easier because I'm more passionate about it, but having a support group around me of people that I love watching, that I love interacting with, that I love representing, that I love creating for, is really like for me, it's something that has pulled me out of like really a gnarly depression. You know, at the beginning of the year, I was just in a really dark place and having a hard time. Like life is great. I'm not complaining. You know, like I've got a firm foundation under me that I've worked hard to get there to do it, but I still
Absolutely.
didn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't doing anything. I was a slave. I was just living for other people, following other people's goals, reinforcing other people's dreams and not my own. And streaming and IX has given me an outlet to pour all of my creative heart and soul, loyalty, friendship, and passion all into one fucking bundle that really makes it the definite key that pulled for me straight out of depression. Like this is it's a great environment to be a part of, especially when it's not full of trolls and just nastiness. Like everyone in IX understands what it is to be in IX, and that's my greatest, like my greatest achievement that I hold near and dear is it is a movement, you know.
Absolutely. And like for me, the what I like that we've created, and so first off, I say we creative, and like we created this, and it's not one person running this
100%.
organization, which is a big deal to me. And
Same,
like
same.
I came in late. We talked about that earlier, and like things are going good. I'm stepping up. Like we're getting to bigger and better places with the whole
Yeah,
organization. It literally is like the dynamic of a family, which is I played on plenty of teams throughout my gaming career, plenty of teams, and nothing even compares to what we've built with IX.
100%. And I agree with that too. And you made it. You said something earlier too that resonated with me is that like there's just no other team is really doing it this specific way where I'm not going to say it's not the pursuit for money. Of course we want to monetize ourselves and be
Eventually,
successful,
yeah, absolutely.
but what's more important to me as a creator is to see other creators benefit. So the TROM brand be successful, the Grav brand be successful, all of the other IX members that are with us, all of the other grinders that are out there streaming every day, pushing, creating content, striving to be better. Those are the people that I want to see them succeed. They're now monetized themselves. Their success is IX's success, and
Absolutely.
I believe that more than I believe anything else for this team, and that's why you'll see
I,
me in everybody's stream and hosting as many people as I can, being where I can be because this is my gang. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, think about it. We're a brand new organization. We're a brand new family. We're starting up, and we already have 20 affiliate streamers. Like that is insane, dude.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we're growing every day.
That just reinforces like what we were just talking about as far as the movement. You know, when don't get me wrong, we have some people that have taken a little longer to get to affiliate, but that's part of the grind. You know, some people have different schedules, some people have different lifestyles that don't they're not as consistent or they're not as easy to get on and stream. But for those that are easy to support and right there in your face and prevalent and part of the IX group that is out there grinding towards a definite and specific defined goal, the movement stands behind these people and we've built a machine. I said it in our Discord before, which, you know, if you're watching this from YouTube, there'll be a link at the bottom of the description when we're done, so you can find a way to get into our Discord and interact with us all. But I said it in our Discord before that this is a machine we've built. Essentially, it's an affiliate machine where IX movement can take someone that just wants to start streaming to get into it and push them into a point where they're now monetized. They can run ads. They can accept subs and donations. And I mean, that's really half the fun in streaming is when you get to reap some of the rewards and the benefits of it. You know, so again, it's to me, it's just our way that we're backing, supporting, and showing personal benefit to our players. You know.
Yeah, I mean, not only are we helping people start streaming, we have people who started from ground zero, so we know the issues that you're having when you first start streaming. We
100%.
know the problems and the feelings of not having someone watching you. We've all been there. We have in IX, we have content creators and we have graphic creators who literally give us
Man,
everything that we need.
that's 50% of the success is not only the support, but the actual level of talent that's in this team. I mean, from GFX, VFX creators to actual just, you know, people clipping their gameplay. The level of gameplay is superior to so many people that I watch on social media that, you know, it's no wonder to be part of, to want to be part of this group is it automatically to me kind of shows someone's baseline of where they want to be with their skill sets, because everyone here, this podcast included, you, me, we're all doing things that are going to eventually grow. Like what you're seeing episode 1 of TOPix will not be episode 5. You know, we plan on having some guests come on the show. We have some cool things lined up, but I mean, even just the layout of what you see here on your screen, like this is the pilot episode, you know, like we want to be able to discuss the team and lots of other gaming details and things that are interesting to us personally and to some of the people that we play with and the gaming community as a whole, you know. So I mean, bypassing all that, talking about the origins of IX made me kind of interested in the origins of TROM, man. What's your background in gaming? Where do you come from? What's your games? What you doing? What you into most right now?
It's a little embarrassing to say, but like my first like real game I got into, I'm 27, so like my time growing up, it was all about Pokemon, dude. I
love
fucking
Pokemon. That ain't
Pokemon,
embarrassing
dude.
At all, man.
Dude,
I'm a
I
level 40
played,
Pokemon Go.
Dude, I never really got into Instinct. Pokemon Go. I am huge into the original Pokemon on my Game Boys. Like, man, that was my biggest thing.
No, I feel
and then I kind of like I dabbled around in the PlayStation world.
Gotcha.
And never really got into anything serious. I mean, I played heavily SOCOM. I don't know if you've ever heard of that game, but it was a great online game back in the day. I had a
PS2 SOCOM was legit,
dude. But
in its day.
And then things started going. I didn't really get into the COD world seriously until Black Ops 4, but I was heavily, and I played every single Halo I played. And I will play the new one as soon as it comes out.
Infinite?
I believe it drops in November, dude. And multiplayer is going to be free.
Yo, have you heard about the potential battle royale in there?
That I didn't.
A potential Halo battle royale. I've seen some stuff online.
Dude, I love Halo. And then I got heavily into Black Ops 4, and I mean, that's where me and you started grinding, like big time.
Yeah.
And I think we could have gone really far if we weren't playing on a hashtag team, if you want to call it, that was so unorganized.
Yeah, it was just a talent black hole. Anybody went there to die.
Yeah.
And eventually everybody hit a point where we all kind of noticed that, and
we all backed out. Yeah,
it's divine timing, you know. That's the way things work. I love that part of life, is just seeing things crumble to build anew. It's like super bittersweet at times, but definitely.
Where did you start in gaming?
Dude, I got a pretty deep gaming background.
Old man over there.
I've gamed all my life, bro. So like, of course I played the Pokemons. Of course I played, you know, Mario on the original Nintendo.
Everyone's played Mario.
I'm just getting that out of the way for the real old heads that need to hear it, you know. But for me, what I'd consider like serious gaming started with a game called Rainbow Six Vegas on the original Xbox. It was the first live game I ever played. And man, it was just, on top of just being an outright Slayer beast on there, I loved the game genuinely. Like, it was the first game that I played that introduced it, different camos for guns and different character weapons and different character camos and outfits you could wear, and you could rappel down these windows upside down and come crashing through the window and breach people. And it's the first of its kind, in my opinion, watching stuff like that, you know. And that was a really cool game to me, you know. And from there it kind of just ramped up. Obviously, speaking on the original Xbox, I played the heck out of Halo original. I played Halo 2 as well.
Hell
and
yeah.
My Halo kind of stopped there, because I was into it. I just felt, for me, at a certain point it got repetitive, and I just hit a fork in the road where I just turned into a COD player. And literally, Modern Warfare forward, I've been on every single COD. You know, I kind of took a break during Infinite Warfare for obvious reasons, but outside of that, Modern Warfare 2 is my favorite game I've ever played.
Really?
I mean, double nuking on Favela, it was just like,
yeah, right.
I mean, there's good things in life, bro, but double nuking on Favela feels really nice. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear that.
So I liked that one a lot. That was really where I started seeing like the esports ability in the game start to come to life for me. I started joining other teams. It's the first game where I started dabbling around with game battles and competitive play against other teams, and from there it just grew. You know, basically in 2011 I played at COD XP, which is, it was like the first tournament of its kind to be for $1 million.
Hell yeah.
We had to qualify. I think there was like 4,000 teams, and we went in the initial qualification. We qualified like 44th, and then the second qualification we got the last available position of 16. You know, so we obviously weren't the best, but for being, you know, an 18-year-old kid playing like that, it was the best, you know. And so
Jealous. I'm jealous.
no, we had a great time. Basically, like, we got to go out to LA for the release of Modern Warfare 3. We all got the game early. We all got really exclusive gifts. We got some really exclusive stuff from Mountain Dew, different game fuels that Game Fuel hadn't even come out yet. And we were
Game Fuel.
I know
Love it.
that's your jam. I know that's your jam. Shout out Red Bull. Hit me up.
Nah, Game Fuel. Let's go. IX sponsorship. Let's go.
Up here, bro. Up here. But yeah, you know, moving on from there, like I played in that tournament and I saw what it could be. It was big, you know. It was a production. It was, I mean, that tournament ultimately was won by Nadeshot, Hex, Embos, and Big Timer, who
Big names.
grew and
Big
developed optics. So for me, losing that is like, shit, at least I lost to those cats. You know what I mean?
I'm good with that.
Because there was a bunch of
Big
teams.
names.
There was a bunch of teams that never did anything, including the team that I played for, which was Evolution Esports. They ended up selling it to a company that was like, I don't know, they were like in Madrid, Spain or something. Like, I don't know. The whole thing just, I kind of just exited naturally after that. I don't remember much, but you know, since then, every Call of Duty I've been playing, every Call of Duty I've been active on, I try to find a competitive group to play with, and kind of struggle finding people that I either gel with or we mesh with, you know what I mean? And thank God for IX, because it's like, dude, we've got 3 competitive teams. We talk about our new one.
Let's talk about the new one. I mean, so we're calling ourselves the Movement. So our 3 competitive teams right now in IX, we have I Squad.
Oh, let's
We
go
have
I
X
Squad.
Squad.
Big scrim tomorrow for I Squad.
Yeah, big scrim. It's gonna
Saturday, 9 p.m. Central. Make sure you guys don't miss that against
We're gonna be
Infinite
streaming
Gaming.
on everyone. We're gonna be streaming it everywhere. All our IX streamers will be streaming that.
You could catch TROM in there playing you know, subbing in for one of their
Yeah, I'm subbing in.
full
It's gonna be
roster, man.
fun.
It's
Gonna be
big deal.
fun.
But yeah, so
interestingly,
I Squad.
so I Squad's got the scrimmage tomorrow, and the Movement Squad is my main squad. We're playing our first tournament. We
Let's
got
go.
the team together about last week, and we're running our first tournament tomorrow. Starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be streaming it. It's going to be a blast.
That's a pretty quick turnaround, dude. 1 week into a tourney.
Yeah, I mean, we got
yourselves
some
Movement?
Slayers, dude. We got some Slayers on the team, dude.
Shout
if
out
everything-
Guilty, shout out Jam, shout out TROM. Shoot, who else?
Swagger,
Swaggy,
Divinity,
Swag Div. Oh, Mama
Babe.
Div in the house.
and we have we have a Hostility as a sub. So
Shit, man.
everything's good right now, dude.
That's a hell of a sub to have,
If-
bro.
If we gel the way it's been going, I think. Oh, and we have Javier. Can't forget him. Javier, CDL. We have
new
him.
blood, fucking
Dude,
strong though, huh?
He's a strong addition to the team, dude.
I agree.
His knowledge in hardpoint is absolutely insane. And on top of Guilty's fades and Swagger's like pure slaying ability, it just like
Well, and
we're gonna be a
Let's take a second to fuel up my man here and gas him up a bit. Aside from being co-captain of the Movement team, TROM does manage our Twitter as well. TROM's very active in our Discord, interacts with all of our people, the family, and dude, the intentions of everything you do, I honor and I respect, because I know you do a good job and you come from the right place when you do it. And
it's
moving
a family, and
moving through that though, what's very valuable about you is your analytical skills, brother. Like outside of being a co-captain, like we eventually, as this grows, you'll be the analyst, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you're the guy when it comes to understanding competitive gameplay, the current meta in the games that we're playing, and just the overall functionality of the way the team is going to and should work. that's on your shoulders, man, and you've done a good job with the movement squad so far of
Thanks, man.
reinforcing that. And X squad previously, you did play for X squad previously until we just did some roster changes to benefit both teams, and same thing over there, man. So from me to you, I appreciate your what you bring to the table analytically, and definitely value your opinion on when it comes to gameplay and competitive COD.
Thanks, dude. Like seriously, if I had your slaying ability in games, I think I'd be playing on like a actual pro team right now. But you know what? I don't got the quite gun skills that you got, and like I can't ever argue that.
Hey, man, you know, like for me,
By
I'd
the
love
way,
to play
check out
comp.
Gravity's Warzone streams, dude. Dude slays in Warzone.
Come through, we love it, man.
So
Yeah.
let's bring this back. Let's bring this
Yeah,
back.
let's go. We
so
talked a little
everyone's
about I Squad. Continue. I remember we left off right there.
so we're running the scrim and everything. We're running the scrim with the I Squad, where X Squad is currently rebuilding, but so there are spots available if anyone wants to come in and try out for a team. And who's to say that we're not going to have a fourth and fifth competitive team if we get slayers and we get people who know the game. And this is for games from now and going forward. I mean, we have Apex, we have Valorant teams. We're building in every game
Rainbow
available.
Six Siege.
Rainbow
we got
Six.
Fortnite, PUBG. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we got a dude who plays tournaments on PUBG all the time.
we've
Dude
got
slays.
a couple of good PUBG players and a couple COD players moving into PUBG as well. So we're on a lot of major titles right now. That's for sure.
Like we're pushing big things now. And on top of all that, we have that beautiful jersey you're seeing right in the middle of that screen.
And it's silky, isn't it?
Let's we're both wearing it. Look at that. Let's
shout
have
out
Gravity
number
talk
10s.
about Arma. Let's talk about them.
Yo, Arma. So basically, a lot of the admin for IX Esports, first thing we started doing was finding ways to legitimize ourselves as a staple in the esports industry, which, you know, hey, we're growing right into that right now, you know. So I started looking into manufacturers, different apparel manufacturers, different jersey companies, and what I found is there's a lot of shitty ones. Like, a lot, man. So
yeah.
there's obviously a lot that happens behind the scenes. That's one of the reasons I don't play competitive, is because my plate's full. I usually have seconds, you know. But
I mean, hey, you ever want to come competitive, you let me know. We'll make that work.
we'll make it happen. One of these days we might just come out of retirement for a season or two. But you know, going back to Arma, like they manufacture and supply quite a bit of apparel and merchandise to not only a lot of the professional teams out there, but a lot of the what I would say, you know, highest tier esports or entertainment companies out there are making. You know, these are not cheap jerseys. We did work a deal with them where we don't collect any commission on IX merch or apparel at this time, and that's to ensure that we keep the price as low as possible for our members, for our teammates, for our fans, for our supporters. That's what's most important for the IX movement, and we're going to keep doing it that way as long as possible. But going back, like I said, tripling back to Arma, they really are a pretty substantial company when it comes to their manufacturing capabilities, what they can do, and for me, the overall level of quality that we're getting for our dollar is really what's unparalleled. These jerseys, they're dye sublimated, they're fully customizable. You can put whatever name, whatever number you want on them. We may have some V2s and V3s coming out in the future. That's all I'll say at this time.
Hint, hint, hint.
But you know, as we grow, so will what we offer our fan base and our members and our teammates and just everybody here in general. But we did sign an elite level partnership, which is pretty good. I literally worked with them for about 4 months. Like, yo, check this person out, check that person out, look at this is also us, this is also us, this is us, this is us, this is like, the amount of no's I got before we got a yes would blow your fucking minds, you know. But it was something that for me and the other admin, we were locked in and dedicated that if we're going to do something to the best of our abilities and produce something at the highest quality, we should have a reputable brand or a reputable manufacturer behind us to do that. And that's Arma for us, you know. So we signed an elite level partnership with Arma. We will be having through phase 2 of what we're calling phase 2 of IX during the growth process. Down our long-term vision is we're now in phase 2, which is get ready for apparel. You know, there's gonna be a nice big influx of cool ways to represent IX, to represent your favorite players, to represent yourself potentially, and to do it looking clean, boy, fresh to death. Like,
I mean, just talking about Arma, like not because we're sponsored by them or anything, but like their customer service. I was worried about my jersey not getting here, and they answered me right away, dude. They were on top of the ball.
yeah, they're a busy company, so obviously if they're if they're being bothered a lot for the same item, which for our jerseys, like within like 1 month of release, we sold like triple what they said. They like our production, like we had a certain level. Yeah, we had a certain level that we were held to that, like, if nobody bought them, I would have still had to buy them, or admin would have had to all buy them, you know? So we tripled that within like 2 weeks, I think it was. So, and they were like, okay, you know, that was one of the defining factors for us. It's like, hey, represent us, let us represent you. You know, we're going to kill it. You know what I mean? And
it's only up from here, baby.
It really is, man. It really is. So I'm excited for the Arma stuff though, man, because there's a lot of cool things that'll come out of that, you know, and it's been a real big work in progress. Like I was live a couple nights ago when I got the email for the acceptance, and bro, I was pretty happy about it. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, talking about their customer service real quick, dude. Yeah, they can be short and brash at times because they are busy. There is tons of professional teams, tons of creators, tons of individual content creators that are sponsored with Arma to be getting the same type of products that we're getting and the same type of apparel that we're producing. So they're a busy group. They do a lot. It says right on their site, 28 business days from the day you order before it's shipped. Business days, that doesn't count weekends, bank holidays, all that crap, right? So that being said, it is a little while, but if you order anything really custom online, it's gonna take longer than if you just ordered something you could get on Amazon Prime in 2 days. You know what I mean?
And you know what? For the 28 days I waited, the quality of this jersey is insane, dude. Absolutely insane.
Super
and I played
breathable.
sports my whole life. I've been in countless number of jerseys. This one by far is the most comfortable.
Yeah, man, it's soft. I like to wear. I usually would wear an undershirt under something like this. I wear no undershirt under this because it feels good on the body. It's a good conductor of temperature, so I don't get hot in this thing. I don't get uncomfortable in this thing. Easy to wash. It's dye sublimated, so you have no printing on the jersey anywhere. The same fabric that you see here that's black and this white here is literally all dye. They have a machine that dyes thread by thread, and the threads are put in, and it's an overall, you know, it's a whole thing. You can read all about it on their website. But one of the things is you're not going to be losing letters or numbers in the dryer when you're trying to wash your jersey.
I just took this one out of the dryer.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And what I noticed too after washing mine, no shrink. I didn't have any issues.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So, you know, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? And just another cool point to touch on when it comes to like the level of product that Arma is putting out. Like, they wouldn't have this much respect from me and this much like adoration from our team had they been doing a shitty job. You know what I mean? So I'm stoked about it. I dig it. What you want to jump into now, man? You want to talk a little bit about esports, just in general?
Oh man. So when you say esports, that's tough. That's
entertainment.
Tough. I mean,
how about esport entertainment? How about that?
All right. So like, I don't know. Right now, the biggest thing going on at the moment is the CDL, or sorry, it's the Call of Duty League.
Yeah. Almost
we have
champs.
one tournament left. Yeah. What do we have? 2 weeks left until champs?
Yeah, right before my birthday weekend.
I wish I could tell you. I mean, I know my thought process, and I know that I want Huntsman to win. You don't think that's going to happen?
They're not gonna, bro.
Gravity wants FaZe to win.
I said ATL day one, and I stand by it for pure skill base.
Listen. I think that they have a very strong possibility, but I don't know, dude. The teams that were absolute bottom trash are now top tier teams, and like everything is different between the substitutions, people leaving teams. Oh man, it's absolutely insane.
But the Huntsmen still have your boyfriend on them, Scump,
Oh
and that's
man,
why you're stuck loving them,
see,
huh?
I don't know. I'm kind of into that Arceus, that big Pooh Bear,
You just kind of give him a big hug, kind of
dude.
squish into him.
Yes,
Me
dude,
too.
any
Me too.
day.
I might become a Huntsman fan just for that reason
But
too.
listen, you can't take anything away from FaZe because they got. I'm watching you. Those tiny terrors on FaZe,
Those young
just
guns.
unstoppable.
Why?
I don't know, but Florida, they lost Prestini. They,
Turned it
I
around.
believe they lost Mox and they picked up Awakening and Ferocities, and they're absolutely insane.
Yeah, they
Didn't
won their
think
own
that was
home.
gonna
They
happen.
won their own home tournament too. Like,
I think they're one of one or two teams that won 3 home series.
yeah,
Like absolutely insane. And like a lot of people are hating on Awakening. I think he's probably, other than Simp, probably the most talented person in the CDL at this moment. And he's a no name.
Sim's nasty
Like
though.
Simp will always be nasty,
Jesus.
mainly because of
I'm
what was
simp.
that sniper
I'm
on the
simping
Black
on
Ops?
simp. I'm simping
What
on
was
simp.
that? What was that sniper on Black Ops 4? I can't remember the name
Oh
of it. The
boy,
Paladin, right?
the Paladin was so good.
Paladin, dude, he was
Oh,
insane. His debut,
I love the Paladin, bro.
but he's not the same sniper as he was back then.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the AX50 ain't really the Paladin either.
Yeah,
You know what I
neither
mean?
is the
Like,
HDR. So
and
I
Black
mean,
Ops 4 really ain't Modern Warfare in any way.
I know
I
I
would
miss
say
Black
to
Ops. I'll
me,
tell you
Black
that I
Ops
miss
4.
Black Ops.
I always say, like, to me, Black Ops 4 was a great game and is a great game. I still love it, and it's very gunplay centered, so I enjoyed the shit out of it. Like, because I like gunplay, I want to rush everything, I want to fight. You know, it's hard for me to sit back and be patient. You know, I'm a get in your face and be aggressive type of player, and with Modern Warfare, it's a movement-based game. Gunplay to me is
Absolutely,
secondary
100%.
in this game. Once you figure out the movement, you really change the dynamic of the player that you become in the game, and that's, I mean, from just, you know, slide canceling to jumping corners, double jump bunny hops,
Dude,
you know, like,
you
they
learn
make
the
a
slide
difference.
cancel and the double jump, and you're almost unstoppable in any pub lobby.
I don't think I ever run around a corner naturally
No,
in Modern Warfare.
no,
I'm either
you
double
can't. Otherwise,
jumping
you
it
get
or I'm
gunned.
sliding through the corner. One of the
Yeah,
two.
you get gunned if you do.
100%. But speaking, hey, let's. I got a question for you, man. Because we were talking about FaZe. What do you think about their CEO leaving?
When I read that online, I couldn't believe it. Like, how do you leave such a top tier team? And on top of that, he's making his own squad, and they're huge already.
Yeah,
Absolutely
man.
blew up.
Well,
What do they call
weird.
themselves? Xset? Xset. Yeah.
Xset, man. And the thing about their group, what I was reading about is, like, he was basically saying that their FaZe was like a giant frat house, and I get that. That resonates. I
mean,
can
we've all
understand where
seen
that
that on
comes from.
YouTube.
Yeah, so he wanted to do something that was more inclusive. Kind of reminded me a little bit about, you know, the ways that we do things too, but they're doing it more from an entertainment standpoint. They're signing singers and signing different type of creators that
didn't
are
know
not
that.
they're not just gamers. Some of them are famous on different social media platforms for different things, and they're more really building like an entertainment company. It's way different than FaZe, but it's popular, and they're using influencers that are as popular as some of the FaZe members were and have been in the past, you know. But yeah, man, I was reading about that. I was reading about Ninja turning down $60 million
I don't even know what to say about that.
from
I
Facebook.
honestly have no idea.
I was kind of stunned at first, like 60 mil. I pretty much, yeah, man, I wouldn't even stream anymore. Like, what do you want me to
Not
do
even
for
a
60
question,
mil?
yeah.
Like, what's I gotta do? But you know, when you look at it like big picture, after his things with Mixer and stuff, like, there's probably a side of him that, like, you know, his brand as like Ninja, the brand took a hit with the Mixer thing. They
Right.
didn't have as many views as they had on
Same with Shroud.
Twitch, and then with the Mixer, yeah, same with Shroud, but then with like the Mixer fallout and like everything breaking down over there, and then all these, you know, A-list streamers that are now platformless or exclusive to any platform. I
Right.
seen Ninja streamed on YouTube, put out some big numbers on YouTube, but didn't say anything about signing with YouTube, and then a couple days later turns down 60 mil from Facebook. So I
Facebook is one of
assume,
those weird ones, though. I mean, we personally are streaming on Twitch.
yeah,
Facebook is one of those weird ones because they're so new,
yeah,
and I don't think they have everything figured out. They're not as well rounded as Twitch, and that's why personally I chose to come to Twitch.
yeah,
But I don't know. I can see them getting big. I can see it getting big once they figured out those stupid little things that they have. Because I looked
yeah.
into streaming at Facebook, but
I
their
agree.
whole getting it's not partnered. I forget what they call it. Is it partnered? It might be partnered. But
I
like
don't
their
know.
whole
Facebook buddy.
yeah, see with Twitch, I had clear cut. Like I knew that I needed to do this to become affiliate. Once I became affiliate, I know that. I mean, I just got my affiliate. Shout out
Woo!
IX. You
Let's
guys,
go.
you guys helped me a lot. Thank you all. But like, I know that my next goals are set for me. Like, I know I want to be a COD competitive player, but I also want to stream. And I know that to become a partner, I know what I need to do. And I like that. I like guidelines like that. And you don't have that in Facebook.
Yeah, dude. And for me, I think I've talked to you about it in the past too. Like when I think of Facebook, I think of like my grandparents and weird dudes arguing about politics, and I honestly avoid Facebook like the plague. And I mean, although IX does have a Facebook, facebook.com/IX_esports, check it out. For me, I don't really enjoy the platform very much. And when my initial spur of the moment thought of Facebook, that's what I get: politics, local news, friends from high school. Like, okay, it's great, like cool. But then when I think of like YouTube, I'm a little bit closer to thinking about streaming with YouTube. Like, I mostly, when I think of YouTube, the initial thought is like videos, people that I'm sub to, that I watch religiously, that I want to see how they evolve, and I don't think of streams. Mixer was applicable in the same category as Twitch to me, that when I thought of streaming, when I thought of gaming, when I thought of esports, I thought of those two platforms. I personally prefer Twitch because, like you said, their guidelines are just more set out forth. Mixer had a cool way to seek members and stuff like that, but I don't know. So a lot of people had success, and I feel really bad. I have some friends on Instagram that were partners with Mixer or had just got partner with Mixer, and then boom, like the rug pulled out of them. Like all that work, all that time spent creating, to just have it pissed away. And Twitch is the only one, as far as streaming, has withstood the stand of time. Like they've been there, they've proven it, and I fucks with that.
I mean, we had streamers in IX that came over from a Mixer when they heard the news and came here and needed the guidance in Twitch that we started creating. And like, hell yeah, dude. I mean, personally, I think as a brand, Twitch has everything figured out. I mean, other than the music thing, they need to figure that out. But until then,
in due time, I get it. But
if I watch another past stream that's muted, I'm gonna lose it.
No, that happens to me all the time, man. Because I'd rather just stream authentically than to worry about they're gonna get me on copyright. Fine, take the money. Like, that's not what I'm about. I'm more about like, this is where I come to engage with my family that ain't family, that ain't blood, essentially. 100%, and I enjoy this too. So at the same time, it's lit. It's lit. But in a few minutes, guys, in the live stream, fire off a bunch of questions in the chat. We're going to be answering some of them before we close out here in the next 20-25 minutes. But we'll be firing off some of your questions and kind of going through either our opinions or our knowledge about whatever it is that you guys want to ask.
While we're waiting on those questions, let's get into this little quick topic that I think would be cool to get into. Let's talk about what you do outside of IX, because you're a real person. You're an adult, you got a family, you're like IRL, real person,
Yeah,
like,
man.
You got a job. Let's talk about it. What's your family like? What's your job like? Like, what's up?
Man, I got a beautiful wife. I got 4 kids, ranging in ages from 11, 8, 3 and 8 months, so we're busy, um, which is great, bro. Like, what a purpose to have family, like what a purpose that gives you in life, you know. So for me, it's changed me entirely as a human being. It's taught me to work harder. It's taught me to um, persist when I want to give up. It's taught me to do lots of different things like that that I couldn't normally do um, without having a family to push you into those positions, you know. So I have a small electrical contracting company. I've been doing electrical for 18 years. It's for me like super enjoyable and super rewarding to do something with your hands and then see the end result of it come to life. It's something, like I said, for me, I think this year's 18 years. I just passed 18 years. I started doing it when I was 14. So I'm fourth generation electrician. My dad, his dad, and his dad, we're all electricians, you know, and I kind of paved my own way, did my own thing. I didn't really follow what the ways that they had done stuff, just because technology has changed and it's time to do different things like solar, and there's so many different things that go
So many
into,
avenues, yeah.
you know what I mean. And so yeah, I got really good at what I do, but it's truly wasn't my passion. It's never been my passion. It's how I pay my bills. It's how I put food on the table for my family, and um, it's how I utilize like my life skills. Now, a lot of
I
stuff,
did that personally.
yeah, a lot of failures and successes I've had in my business have also been presented to me in IX Esports, and I've been able to see ahead of them. So I value, um, as much as I hate my day job, I value my day job because it's taught me a lot about how to run, manage, and pursue my passion. So it's kind of like I took it on the chin, and every day it's hard work. And I mean, I spent years and years and years climbing underneath houses, through attics in 120-degree weather out here in the desert, and you know, digging trenches and just being the grunt, working long hours, getting paid basically nothing. Kind of like any other trade, you know, that's out there. And then once you kind of cap up, you move through your apprenticeship, you become a journeyman. After journeyman, I moved into project management and being a foreman, and was able to eventually, in time, I kind of got sick of building other people's dreams, backed out, decided to do my own thing, and never looked back. And I've suffered for like 3 years really badly, where I mean, me and my wife and my kids lived in a 1-bedroom apartment for a while, like a year and a half, until things started clicking. Once they started clicking, life has improved. I've never looked back, and it's just, I say a lot, like, when there's traction, hit the gas, you know. And I mean it. When you find something that sticks, you punch the gas pedal and you go full into it, you know, and enjoy it during the time. And that's something that my kids have taught me, to, you know, enjoy the little things because they go quickly, you know. But what about you, man? I know you're a pretty noble ass man. Let's talk about that. What do you do every day? What's the
So,
day-to-day TROM?
all right. So I got my beautiful wife, who,
Shout out, Brooke.
dude, I don't know. Shout out Brooke. She's part of IX. I don't know how she deals with me. I'm a difficult dude. And we got a beautiful 3-year-old daughter. Name is Paisley.
Shout out, Paisley.
Literally changed my life. But for my day job, I currently work as an advanced EMT for an ambulance company in Nashua, New Hampshire. I went
Saving
through.
lives.
I don't know about all that, but I went through a lot. I mean, everything from supermarkets to security jobs. I went to school for audio engineering and then audio production and engineering. None of that really panned out for me. Then I thought one day, hell, I got a lot of friends, a lot of stupid friends who always get hurt. Let me take a class. It was I think it was like 4 months long. I said, let me take this and see where it goes. And yeah, I got that. I started working for a few years doing that. 2015, 2017, I got my advanced CMT, and that's opened a lot of doors for me. New companies. It's a new job. There's a few different levels for people that don't understand, like the national base on EMS. There's everything from first responder to basic EMT, advanced EMT, and then paramedic is the top. I'm sitting right now at advanced EMT, so I'm allowed to do more than the bottom two, but less than the paramedic. And yeah, it's a rewarding job. It's a tough job. There's days where You get absolute BS calls and people stubbing their toe and calling 911, first world problems. But the calls that you actually get to save people, you actually get to help people, is probably the reason why I've stayed getting paid terribly in doing it.
I dig that,
But
man.
that's what I do for the day job. I mean, I work 2 days a week,
Do
so
you
that gives me
enjoy it?
5 days. I, if you ask me on a day that like this right now, where I haven't worked the last 2 days, yes, I love my job. You ask me while I'm working and dealing with all the nonsense, I'll probably say otherwise.
Definitely,
But
man.
I mean, I work with 2 great paramedics on my 911 shift. I only work 911. I got lucky, so it's been a good run. I don't know if I'll stay doing it.
What's the next move, man? Paramedic? You going all in?
No, I'm not going paramedic
No?
for the sole reason of the schooling time and the pay raise you get from going from advanced to paramedic isn't there. So I've personally been looking into trades. I know I didn't unfortunately I didn't get into the electrical union here in Boston,
Hey, I could
but
put some calls in, man.
maybe. I mean, that's the top union around here. But I have some other applications out, so we'll see where they go.
Cool, man. Yeah, keep us posted. That's lit, man. What a noble job, dude. Like I couldn't handle it. When it comes to blood, I'm out. I want nothing to do with it. I don't like it. Really, any bodily
You
fluid.
get used to it. You get used
Nah,
to it.
nah. Any bodily fluid,
You
like
get used to it. You
I'm
have
checking
to. You
out
don't have
quick.
a choice.
Bruh, no, can't do it, man. No way.
For me, it's kids, dude. Like,
Yeah, no, that's the bugaboo. Like,
I just hate seeing kids hurt.
yeah.
That's my thing. Like,
Nah,
I can deal with everything else, but I have a effed up kid from a call like that. Those are the ones that haunt you.
yeah, no, that
You
would,
get used to
dude.
the deaths. You get used to the people dying in the back of your ambulance. Things happen, but the kids. I mean, there's one that I'm not even gonna bring up, but it was 2016, and I was the second ambulance in, and to this day haunts me.
I feel you, man. I feel you. That would get under my skin heavy.
Yeah,
heavy. But
it's interesting.
we got a couple questions in the chat that we'll go over here before we just
Read 'em,
close
read 'em.
out. Let's see what we got going on. Some of these I probably won't read.
I'm going through 'em. What is wrong with you guys?
Ask Ketchum asks, where do you think Dr. Disrespect will end up? And since we were talking about different
Oh,
stream
that's a good
platforms,
one. We brought this up before.
We did.
I brought this up before the stream started.
There's a video right now on YouTube of Dr. Disrespect like hinting at a return, like Doc 3.0. And the crazy part about that that whole Doc 3.0 thing was that like originally that video only came out on YouTube, and then a couple days later it hit Twitter, and then a couple of days later, you know, it was on Instagram, and like it was very findable. But it's a song, and it's like it hints at his return. And so for me personally, I kind of felt like YouTube would probably be the way for him. If it's not YouTube, I think he'll start something of his own, like possibly streaming on his own website.
If he doesn't stream on his own website, I think YouTube is his only answer.
There's got the following for it, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like if he doesn't start his own thing, he's always going to be trying to fit that big Doc personality into the mold, and going to be pissing people off and breaking TOSs or whatever it is that he got banned for. Nobody still knows, as far as I know.
Yeah, he's not coming back to Twitch.
No way coming back to Twitch. That's been confirmed. But you know, that raises a lot of other questions too, where it's like, where is he gonna go? You know, but I think for me personally, if I'm Doc, I probably create my own. You know, he's already got the Champions
there was
Club.
those hints of Google coming out with their own.
Yeah, that was that whole Brime thing. Like
we still gotta wait for that.
Yeah, there was lots of like
Big Bad Google might come out with something big.
I don't know, maybe. If they do, I'll probably mess with it though, because Google's heavy. Let me see what other questions we have in here. Let's see.
Infinity asked a great question. The 5-year plan for IX. What is your vision, Rev?
Ooh, member status goals in 5 years as well. 5-year plan for IX member status goals in 5 years as well. I think the member status goals for individuals within 5 years will be a lot different than they are right now. The members will always be members, but to really become a part of what will eventually be the team will probably be these originators that have contributed to its growth early on. To me, there's a difference between a member and a contributor. If they're contributing, most of us know them, most of us interact together, and there's a good ebb and flow of energy there, of give and take between supporting one another. So I think the member status goals will be individually achieved by each member in their own way, based on their own abilities and personal drives. But as far as the 5 year overall plan for IX, it's easy, man. 3 words: get that bag. No, I'm just kidding. But I
Wait, did
mean,
you set aside what we're trying to do? Like what?
no, that's why I said it. It's just kind of funny. But no, realistically, man, I mean, this is phase 2 of the vision or the blueprint of what we're trying to build. In order to build any skyscraper, any house, or any type of anything, you got to have a solid foundation before you start going up, up, up. And I'm going to say, obviously, there's going to be individual growth within IX, as IX is an umbrella brand that encapsulates many individuals with their own brand. As we continue to grow and each person individually get bigger within their brand, it counter promotes this brand, so it's gonna flow naturally like that. And that's what's gonna happen inside the community, in my opinion. Outside of that, as far as goals, obviously we want to have our competitive teams start competing at a level of competency and online tournaments. Once that's become a breeze, the way that all other matches for us competitively right now are, we'll move into LAN events. Obviously, by building this foundation, we're also showing a proof of concept that we can not only rally a community, but rally like-minded people under one idea or movement, which to me is what makes this presentable to an investor or a contributor, monetary contributor. And with that money, we'll continue to grow the brand in new and exciting ways. We'll continue to grow that competitive edge of moving our players that successfully win LAN events, or online events, moving them to flying them out to LAN events, taking over, really making a name. Let's get people in COD challengers. Let's get the Valorant League going. Like, there's a lot of opportunities there, and within that, each of us individually has our own brand and is part of, some people are part of the IX Stream team, which is a team of streamers that, as a collective, help each other. We counter promote it. Like, it's just, again, going back, tripling back, quadrupling back to that whole movement essence that IX is. There's a team of streamers that promote and have amazing gameplay and continue to grow every week with a new aspect of their stream or a new aspect of their personality that shows, or something that's really actually quite engaging. Each individual streamer really has something. And so moving past just competitive gaming, like, obviously we'd love to get it to a level where, for me, I don't want it to be just an esports gaming.
Right.
I want it's an esports community and a brand overall. So I'd love to move into more complicated apparel, more collaborations with other types of creators. There's so many different avenues that we can go, that to have a 5-year plan long term, it's just to stay in our lane, to stay driven and stay inspired, man. And take it one step at a time. Like 5-year plans are great, but 1-year plans to me are better, because we know what we can achieve right here and now, and we're realistic with our goals that we set.
I agree
and we
with
don't
that.
we don't rush into problems.
I like that 1-year idea. I like that a lot. And I mean, you already have, and I say you, but like, admin in IX has that laid out, which is a big deal. Like, the foundation and the blueprint for everything is laid out for IX, and it's constantly evolving, which is something that you don't see in a lot of these esports or a lot of these communities that people try to get you to join.
Yeah, man. As our abilities grow as a team, like for instance, Infinite Graphics are one of our VFX GFX creators. He's now started a business off of a venture that originally started out of curiosity. Can I do these? Can I make these? Can I figure this out? Wonder if I do this. His dedication, his passion, his drive to do something that interested him became a viable source of income for him now, to where there's companies, there's teams, there's people within IX even that are paying him for the level of quality that he's producing, because it's just ridiculous. Like pretty much 90% of what you see on your screen right now, that's Infinite Graphics, aka Infinity. IX Infinity. So big shout out to that dude, because I mean that he's
a great question.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead.
You see it? So
Yeah,
there's
read
a
it.
question for me with comp play. He says, what are the proper change to get in the pro circuit for a player and or clan? How does the everyday player get in the door? So like this is something I've thought about a lot, and I watch a lot of the pro players and a lot of the competitor league players. I watch a lot of them on the stream. They talk about this a lot. It's hard these days to get yourself noticed in competitive play, right? I mean, the younger the better. I mean, realistically, someone like me and Grav, we're probably not going to get into the pro scene just because we're old as hell in the gaming world. But like the door to get yourself into competitive play in the pro circuit is going to be game battles and those types of websites. You have game battles, you have CMG, you have UMG. You have to go those routes, and that's where IX is taking our comp teams. We have to go. Yeah, we're playing the occasional scrim here and there, you know.
That's
But
step
we have
one
to,
into online
right.
tournaments. Online
We have
tournaments
to get
turn you into LAN tournaments. LAN tournaments become every single COD Challengers LAN tournament
right.
event. And yeah, and you got to be a grinder.
I mean, hey, the setup for the CDL right now and their competitor series. Who's to say IX won't be there next year? We might.
Yo, it's all it is talent and
It's a
money.
good
We've got
possibility.
a little bit of both, baby.
I mean, hey, we're growing every day, and it's a possibility. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a
The door
possibility.
is definitely open.
Look how much growth has happened in a matter of months. You know, we exponentially almost double every month. You know, in one fashion or another, whether it be
Yeah.
on one social media source, the Discord server, this, the that, like it's impressive. You know, it's growing. And as long as people keep putting the time in, keep showing the passion, keep driving, keep doing something that interests you, learn something through all this COVID bullshit. We're not going to talk about all that, but learn something new, do something new that interests you, that you have a passion in, and maybe get it to a point. You may not see it as a business venture or as a way to make money right now, but when you see the passion come out in it, and you actually get it to a point, like with your streams or with your gaming or competing, where it does turn a profit, you'll realize what you've been building all along just by following that passion. And it's super important that people do that, like all people. I'm a huge advocate of that. That's something that like I will literally preach to the death of me. And that's because for me personally, it's done wonders. You know, like investing in myself, investing in what I love,
Yeah, absolutely.
investing in people that invest in me. Even, you know, I love it. You know what I mean?
All right. There's two questions here. Let's finish it off with these two questions.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I think one of them is kind of a personal question, and the other one I think that is very easy for us to answer. So let's start off with, it's from IX Pony. He said, I have a question for both TROM and Grab. Do you think I can make it to the big league?
Absolutely.
I 100% agree. Pony,
Easy.
I think you're an absolute slayer. I think you understand the game. I think once you get your head leveled and you figure what you got to figure out with that stuff, I think 100% you will be our IX pro player. 100%.
I think subliminally, I've been conditioning you all along with rough treatment and bully-like conversations, but now I got you streaming, and just like Vex, man, Vex started streaming today. Wow, what a successful fucking first stream,
Dude,
you know.
absolutely, dude. I
But
was so jealous of that one, dude. And he's still going. He's got 5 viewers
That's
right
what
now.
I mean. But I mean, yeah. But every time I looked at it, it was 20 viewers, 17
Yeah, dude. I
viewers.
was
You
in
know,
there. I was insane, and it
your
all
boy
blew
was
up real
killing
quick.
it. And so, anyways, but like to go back to that is like your stream is gonna help you get out of that shell. So
Yeah,
you need to do it, man, because you do have a skill. You do have the potential to really be something, you know, a force to be reckoned with. I'll still beat you in a 1v1, but outside of that, like, yeah, man, you're pretty good, dude. Like, you really got the sauce. But your stream is gonna help you get out of that weird shell that you're in. And not even to saying that that's a bad thing. Like, I'm the same way. But yeah, once you get out of
you're all
that,
Canadians.
yeah, once you get out of that, like, that mindset where it's one way or the other, and you start just letting things flow a little bit easier, you're going to be in a really, really, really crucial spot where you'll be able to think more clearly and make better decisions. And that comes with maturity too. Like, as you get older,
Yeah.
I mean, you're a pretty young guy, dude. As you get older, you'll really start seeing, you know, what some of us have been saying all along. But moving on, what's the next question, Trom?
All right, so this is the last question, I think, and we'll end it on this because I think it's a good, uh, like ending question. Iconic, who's one of our IX streamers, posted, "Why does affiliate got? Oh, how did he say this? Why does affiliate gotta be so hard to get?" Let me answer this before you put your 2 cents into it, Grab.
Yeah.
It's not, and I think that if you follow, because personally, Grav was got affiliate before me, and he's been streaming a lot longer than me, and you know, I took a lot of guidance through him to get to affiliate and get my stream going. If you follow those steps, and I think that's one thing that we should promote more on the Discord server, how, like, what we need to be doing, like maybe like make a pin post of like, let's do this, this, and that, and I promise you you'll get affiliate. Because what you told me was all great, everything, the guidance was awesome. But the key to it, and the biggest thing that Gravity told me that he's been telling you, I've been reading it off and on every day: stop streaming to 2 people. You
got
won't
to.
get affiliate when you're streaming to 2 or 1 person. Turn off the stream.
I personally see some guys in the team that are more, I don't want to say goal oriented, because it's definitely by no means a put down, Chronic. I think the only thing that sucks for you is that you dug yourself into an initial hole in your initial affiliate grind that's made it very hard to get out of, and without strategically setting some shit up, which is why I wanted to have that kind of one-on-one talk with you, without really strategically setting up a plan or a set of points to touch on and get to. It's going to be just it's not an impossible drive, it's just going to be a hard one, because you got to do, you know, double what you would have normally had to have do just to make up for the bad days,
Right.
which we've talked about it. I know you know about it, so that's not like a huge deal for me. It's more or less, you got to have a consistent schedule. You have to stream for a certain amount of time. I believe that a face cam is crucial to interacting with your
100%.
audience. I
100%.
think that obviously decent gameplay is one thing, which you have. I think you even do have a camera. You just focus it on your keyboard, which is cool. Some streamers do that, and I respect it, and I like it, and it's cool. But turn that camera around on yourself, man, because your personality is what retains your viewers, and you have a good personality. You know, I've laughed with you fucking hundreds of times, just joking, shit talking, like having a good time playing. So it's not like you don't have that aspect. It's there. It's just you dug such a deep hole in the beginning that now it's harder to get out. And to be honest, the path to partner is so much more difficult. Like, I've been streaming for a while, and my average views are constantly peaks and valleys, because I'll take a lot of my personal time and my personal stream to other people's streams. And, you know, it's something that, like I said, it's necessary to grow the group, but at the same time, some people require a little bit more work than others, depending on what one of those points they're not touching on. And for you, you literally hit them all, minus the camera and minus the consistency on your schedule. If those two things changed, and people could interact with you on a more personal level, and you had a strategic plan as far as when you're going to stream and how long you're going to stream, and pre-promoting that stream and getting like literally RSVPs from the best friends, from the A1s in the group that will be there for you, so that you know that that's solid before you turn the stream on, that's necessary. Streaming just to stream is fun and stuff like that, but if you're doing it with the goal, you have to be goal oriented. And that's the only thing that I believe is missing, man. Is you just got a deep hole to get out of, and you got a couple easy changes that you could make to increase that production value of the stream, ultimately making yourself more watchable, more enjoyable, more relatable.
And like for all the stream, and we'll get you there 100%. We're gonna get you there. I promise you that right now. And that's on live stream. I promise you we're gonna get you there. And for everyone who's not part of IX and you're watching this and you're like, who, I'm having trouble streaming too, like maybe I should join IX. I mean, before we hopped on this TOPix stream, I was talking to Grav and we are going over things, and I had 7 tabs open with all the streamers from IX. And I know Grav had the same on his side.
Yeah, I'm usually in and out of everybody's stream all day long. I make sure that I'm somewhere, I'm hosting someone, because the reality of it is we have a lot of people doing a lot of the same things too. So you can't get upset if one day you have a shitty day, or one day you have a great day. You can't let that shit go to your head either. You know, Deity had a great day recently. I did a big fat giveaway, jersey giveaway, one of these slick IX jerseys right here. He gifted that away to followers in his chat, and IX Pony won that. We were talking about him a little bit earlier ago, so congrats to him. Congrats to Deity on the great stream.
That's awesome.
And congrats to Young Vex on his first stream today. Also, Pony's first stream yesterday, highly successful.
Yeah,
big futures for both of them. Like, I'm looking forward to seeing the growth on those channels so much. Yours included, TROM.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I mean, all in all, for everyone in IX and everyone outside of IX watching that, join the Discord. We'll make sure to link that in the section below, and be active. Talk to us.
Yeah, engage with the community. No one's gonna know who you are.
Everyday Gravity is in there. Every day I'm in there. Even when I'm at work, my downtime off of the ambulance, I'm on my phone talking to people. And the more you get to become friendly with everyone, the more people you'll have in your stream.
For sure. That's 100% true. But yeah, man, I think this has been a pretty successful first episode. Let's wrap it up on that. You know, thanks for the live stream crew that's been here for the whole taping of this. You know, we are gonna have this available on Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube as our first sources for everybody else outside of the live stream to catch the podcast. So we appreciate everybody that came in live, everybody that was asking questions. Sorry for the ones we didn't get to. And yeah, man, like I said, really, this is something special. This is the beginning of a new thing. This team has my whole heart and soul in it, and I know, speaking for the other admin, for the other management of this team, this shit means everything, and it's a big deal. So, you know, stay tuned, get ready for the show, man, because it's gonna be popping. It's gonna go off soon.
We're gonna be reading every comment. If there's things you think that we should change, if there's things you think we should add, questions, we'll get to them. Right,
yeah, ideas for guests on next episode, maybe next episode, maybe episode 3. Maybe. Questions for next episode, feel free to throw them in the comment sections below. We'll go through every single one of them. You have our words on that, and we'll come up with some creative stuff for you guys next time to enjoy.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Thanks for watching. IX family. Later.